Good evening, everybody. Happy New Year. We're ready to start our regular village board meeting, January 8th, 2024. Start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to make a motion that we make Trustee Snagowski Mayor Pro Tem.
I second.
Rick, a lot of pressure on you.
Yeah. Like the kickoff tonight, huh?
Just go voice vote.
Voice vote?
Voice vote.
Yes.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
Aye.
Okay.
Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, you will also need a motion for your remote policy. Both Mayor Rogowski, Trustee McClafferty have put in notice that they are out of the local area and on business. For your policy and state law, you're allowed to participate as long as they gave proper notice, which they did. But you do, as a board, need to make a motion to approve them to participate via remote policy and do a voice vote. So you need a motion to second.
I should, so do move.
Thanks, Ryan. Second? Second. Thanks, Kevin.
Voice vote.
All in favor?
Aye.
Now on
Any
roll-
opposed? Nobody.
On roll call, Ms. Clerk, you can take the attendance of Trustee McClafferty as,
Being present,
but
yes.
just all you need to say is he's present and the mayor.
Awesome, yes, okay.
Okay, let's do the roll call.
Okay, this evening, we're starting with trustee Maher.
Here.
McClafferty is participating remotely this evening. Trustee Shaughnessy,
Here.
trustee Snakowski,
Here.
I don't know what to call you, trustee or mayor pro tem, anyway. Trustee
here. I'm
Stapleton.
still here.
Yeah, you're still here either way. Okay. And Janelle Kittredge, also a trustee, is absent this evening.
And the mayor is.
And the mayor is participating remotely also, so he's here.
Okay, first order on the agenda is the consent agenda. We're looking to approve minutes of the, what was it, the 12, where's my note?
December
12/11, I think it was.
Yes,
12/11,
11.
23 meeting. Approval of disbursements. The ordinance amending the budget for fiscal year 23-24 budget, amendment number 2. Amendment to amend ordinance 044-23, establishing a local motor fuel tax. An ordinance amending Title 13, Chapter 13.08, water meters and water rates, and Chapter 13.09, sewer rates of the municipal code of the Village of Lamont. A resolution reducing the letter of credit for the villas of Equestrian Meadows. A resolution approving the Business District Improvement Grant for the April 2023 cycle. Do we have any other ones on there?
I think that's it.
Oh, we have that's it for the consent agenda. Take a motion to approve.
So move.
Need a second? Second. Any discussion? Any questions? Roll call?
Okay. Roll call. Trustee Maher,
Yes.
McClafferty,
Yes.
Shaughnessy,
Yes.
Snagowski,
Yes.
Stapleton,
Yes.
and Janelle Kittredge is absent this evening. So that's 5-8, guys.
Okay, next is the mayor's report. As the mayor pro tem, I'll just remind you that the decorations for the season are up until January 31st. So take advantage of the opportunity to get down and see them and get your pictures for this year soon.
And the mayor does have a mention if he wants to
ahead.
go ahead. Go ahead, Mayor.
Go ahead, Mayor.
Thanks, Rick, and thanks for pinch hitting tonight. Appreciate it. And to everyone and all our residents, Happy New Year to all. Again, we look towards another great year, 2024, and we thank all our residents and staff for their continued support and making Lamont, as we all know, the best place to live. So again, we want to wish everyone a Happy New Year. Coming up, please join us for our Ice and Lights Fest, which is on Saturday, January 20th, starting at 2 p.m. Over 20 businesses sponsored ice sculptures, and they will be on display all around the downtown for viewing. So please check that out. That's always a cool thing to visit. So again, the holidays have not ended yet in Lamont, and our lights haven't ended as well. So please join us in the next couple of weeks. Again, on the 20th, event activities are from 4 to 6 p.m. on Front Street with a live ice carving demonstration, and we will have 2 live reindeer is what we're planning on, along with marshmallow roasting with the Lamont firefighters, hay wagon rides, and much more. So please check that out. Please visit lamontil.us/holiday for more details. And our 150th anniversary is ending, but we still have 1 more month to order your merchandise. So please check that out online at Ike's Store. Please visit Lamont at, Lamont150.com and select shop from the top of the menu screen. Again, all proceeds from the sales will go to our upcoming Village Green Park on Main Street next to Pollyanna Social. Also, our Lamont Historical Society is hosting the Amazing Race again, the Lamont Downtown, this Sunday, January 14th. Teams will compete during this exhilarating adventure throughout the downtown. Please visit lamonthistory.org for all details and to register. And lastly, our Limestone Legacies Bus Tour of Chicago is on Saturday, January 27th from 11:45 a.m. to 3 p.m. featuring our own Jason Berry along with Kevin Baird. They will guide you through the Lamont limestone landmarks on Michigan Avenue and the West Loop neighborhood. Space is limited, so please register at lamontlimestone.everbright.com. Again, lamontlimestone.everbright.com. This link is also on our downtown's event page on Facebook. So again, want to thank everyone for a blessed Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Let's kick some butt in 2024 and appreciate everyone's involvement and everyone's shopping and dining in our downtown and all throughout town. And let's keep it up through the remainder of this year.
Okay, thank you.
I'll pass it back to you.
All right, thank you. Our first order of business then tonight will be the ordinance amending the budget for the fiscal 23-24.
That's the,
Is that right?
no, we already, that's the part of the consents. We're on the,
Oh, which one, where?
we're on to the
where am I
clerk's
on this?
report.
Oh, the clerk's
Just
report,
one item
okay.
under the clerk.
Go ahead, Char.
Okay, as he said, we have an ordinance this evening to pass, and it's O-4-24, amending the Lamont Municipal Code in regard to the charter buses and unscheduled stops. You need a motion?
Just need a motion.
Just for clarification, there's Trustee Nagowski made a point where the language should, in 5D, instead of, it says days, it'll be working days. We'll make that change just as a, on its face, if you would. So what your, and it makes sense.
I think there's one other one, Mike. There's 2 that said calendar. I was suggesting they be made to working days.
So Anywhere it says calendar, it'll be working days on its face, and George and I will make that change if the board so desires to approve it.
Yeah.
I can just give a little
You-
background. This is
Mike.
George and I and police chief and the mayor, we've been monitoring this situation. This is a non-home rule community. There is not as many tools for a community in order to address this crisis that that municipalities are facing. We took a look at everything, made sure we were doing everything that we could. This ordinance, I'm very confident, I've worked with other attorneys to make sure that we're not overreaching. This is the very most you can do, and it's significant. It's not much different than what we would have done. So if a bus came in, but this gives the ability for the police chief to make rules that of when drop-offs can occur. We were very cognizant of the fact, and you'll see the language in that we have the forge, and we didn't want to cut our nose off the spider face and not allow buses to bring individuals from outside the area to the forge, and then have the ordinance say that it wasn't allowed. So you'll see in 3 at the very bottom, clearly exempted are transportation to recreation, which that would also be, and also for any of our banquet facilities such as the bridge. Oftentimes people get transported to the wedding or to the event, but then they go home in a different way. So that would be a one-way. We made sure that that's clear and covered. So I'm very confident that this addresses everything we could in a manner, in a level-headed manner.
We need a motion to approve.
We do.
So moved. Second.
Roll call.
Trustee Maher?
Yes.
McCafferty?
Yes.
Shaughnessy?
Yes.
Snagowski?
Yes.
Stapleton?
Yes.
And Kit Reach is absent.
Okay.
Motion's passed.
Do you have a village attorney report other than what you just gave, Mike?
I just realized that my microphone wasn't on. So hopefully everyone heard it.
Yeah.
But I have nothing else. So, obviously been busy working on this the last 2 to 3 weeks with George and the police chief and the mayor. So I'm glad to be able to bring it to you.
Would you mind just doing a quick summary so people, in case people can't read it, just so they know?
Sure. There've been so many different versions, I have to remember which one. What this does is this requires an application to the police chief of if a bus is going to drop off 10 or more passengers that, and makes the chief of police have to know there's a certain time that between 7 and 4 p.m. we get to determine where they're dropped off. And then what you do is under the policy in Cook County, you let Cook County and the city know that there's you transport them to the drop-off point. So that's, but they're allowed to disembark. Oftentimes they go on the train, but our train service isn't like the BNSF train service, so that's why you haven't seen as many. And if they don't follow the procedure, also they have to give us a full information on the driver, where the actual operator, also who they're bringing. And if they don't, then they're eligible for a fine of $750. What we found is that what this does is it's a disincentive for operators.
I think most importantly, Mike, it also requires the providing of subsistence, which is housing, food.
Right.
Where are they gonna stay? It's just information for anybody being dropped off.
You just can't drop them off. There actually has to have a plan.
It's an organized disbursement of riders on a unscheduled trip. They have to place an application.
That's right. So, I'm pleased with it, and also we took into account the special facts of Lamont to make sure that we, like I said, we're not passing something that then we would look and say, why do we pass it? It just hurt our businesses.
Okay.
Thanks, Mike.
Other than that, that's all I have, Mr. Mayor Pro Tem.
George, do you have any report tonight?
I have nothing for you, Mr. Mayor Pro Tem. Thank you.
Any board reports? Ron?
I just want to mention that Waste Management sent out a notice that if anybody has a garbage pickup tomorrow, because of the expected snowstorm, they're starting pickup at 5 a.m. So you better get your trash and recyclables out there tonight. So,
We've got all new kinds of rules now, don't we? Amtrak now is putting out notices of snowstorms and rescheduling, weeks ahead of time. Any staff reports? Darshana, do you have anything tonight? Is the chief on? Mark, do you have anything?
Nope, I don't have anything tonight.
Okay. Happy New Year. Any unfinished business? No. No new business? Okay. Any audience participation? Terry, I see you out there.
Yeah.
You need to come up
Yeah.
and give us your name, please.
Come on up, Terry. You were here last time, but please state your name again for the record and.
Terry O'Connor.
Yep.
I live at 15632, 132nd Street, in the township. I do not live in the village. I was here last month and brought up some drainage issues. The guys jumped on it right away. They got the rocks removed. They got the neighbor across the street straightened out temporarily. The manholes are there. The pipe is there that they're gonna run under 132nd Street from the north side to the south side. I was talking to one of the Rico guys over there, and he's gonna put a manhole between like the electric and the gas and the telephone line. But it's not 17 foot off the center of the road, which I have that number in my head because that's what the new road is on the front part of the new 4 houses that were put in a couple years ago. Because I was told by several people that they're going to redo 132nd Street and they were going to make it 33 foot wide. That manhole is going to be in the street according to my measurements if they go off the center of the road. So I just wanted to give somebody a heads up that maybe somebody needs to go out there, lay the road out, if the road's even going anymore, because for some reason I don't think road's gonna happen anymore. So if they're not gonna widen the road, they don't have to move where the Rico Construction's gonna put the manhole. But right now where he was planning on digging it, because I was talking to him, I think last Thursday, it's gonna be in the road. So if you put it there, you're gonna have to move it again. That's just what I came down here, but everybody did, I'm happy with what you guys have done so far, working on fixing the problem. And I just wanted to let you know about that.
Okay.
That manhole might be an issue.
Ralph, no?
But, I'll go there, meet with somebody and kind of show them what I was doing. But, the other question is, are they doing the road next year? Yes or no?
Off the top of my head, I don't remember that, where it came in the budget, so.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not in the budget for next year, but.
Yeah, because everybody kind of had their hopes up, because when they were building a new house across the street from me,
I know I did.
yeah, they said that they're gonna put a new road in and widen it, and we're like, oh yeah, finally,
But it doesn't mean it won't happen in the future.
But,
and
the
it's gonna
problem
happen.
is that one half of the road's in the village and the other half's in the township.
There's
you
some,
know.
landowner owns half the road.
there's some ownership issues, but it doesn't mean that in the future it won't be done, so Your information about the manhole is a good one regardless of when it gets done, so I'll pass it along to Ralph.
Yeah, because, I mean, if I look at my plat of survey to the center of the road, doesn't really match up with what they're doing across the street to where the road's gonna be, you know what I mean? But on my plat of survey, it shows I own the center of the road, and I have a 33-foot easement coming back to me. But I would believe if they did do the road, they're only gonna take half of that, right? You're gonna go half north and half south and take from both parties. I would think if, you know, like I said, I don't think it's gonna happen now. But, that was this summer when the people were building across the street. They said they were getting road, they were getting water, they were getting sewer, they were gonna get a street light, and then I said they were getting all kinds of stuff, and now I don't think it's gonna happen, but that's all.
Okay.
All right.
But Happy New Year, everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks,
And
Andrew.
like I said, thanks for, you know, jumping on that water issue real fast.
No problem. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else? Did you get anything in?
Nope, I did not. So I don't see anybody else in the crowd.
All right. No executive session tonight?
None.
All right. Guess that's it. Well, take a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Second.
All in favor? Thank you.
Yes, they are.
Good night, everybody. What's the score? Anybody know?